Premier concert event, Sunday night on 7.
But it wasn't a good kick going deep into that pocket, but Morwood in front, let it, got it.
Really come into it. Drum long for Turner this time. Over the back, Turner recovers well.
5 metres. Right to the line, Steins is... Oh, what a ball!
Hawks have had easily most of the play. There's Steins hitting it out. That's Condon, or was it Harding? In fact, it was Condon to half-foot. Here's a chance for the Hawks because Curran's got it. He's looking good, Curran. To Buckenara. He's right on the boundary line. Can he kick a miraculous goal? It's coming back. Oh, it's not a bad-looking kick. It's a great goal. 7.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. The big fist away, comes to Lovett. Lovett brings it to half-back. Platten from behind goes for the big punch. Good disciplined play. Oh, Dippy Domenico, good football. Oh, here's White against Dunstall. Oh, it's a goal. Oh, great goal to the Hawks. Here's O'Dwyer again. He's having a birthday across that centre wing and half-back when he's resting. He looks for Campbell. He allows Bailey, but Bailey couldn't take it. Here's a chance now for young Phoebe. His second kick of league football is goal.
So Steins, recruited from Gaelic football. Up towards centre half forward, Campbell high. Jackson went without it. Spinning out Wilson. Second goal in a minute. Mew. Wide to the wing. Poorly directed kick. Wilson at full tilt.
Swab receives from Harding. Over to Ayres. He nearly lost it. That's the pressure Melbourne are putting on. Here they come again. A chance for Alan Johnson to slam it through. It's close. It's a goal. Jackson, they've looked very, very dangerous. Here's Campbell with a chance. He's got it. 40 metres out. He hooks it back. It's another one. Oh, great performances by the Demons.
To Jackson, Brad, when he didn't have it. No whistle. Jackson back to the goal square. Yates is there. It stays for him. Can he regain his footing? Great goal.
He comes away with the ball to Schwab. Schwab to Tuck. Again, they're very slow moving it. Whitman, even he was slow to get rid of it. But Dunstall will duck back. Yes! Great play, Dunstall. Langford goes in. He's got it. Tremendous play, Langford. Buckenara. Loveridge. Dippy Domenico. Is it a goal? No! Oh, what a block! What fantastic football that was.
Certainly fantastic football in the first 3 quarters of the cricket ground, and the bottom line of it all, Hawthorn led by 10 points at the final change. The stage was set for a thrilling final term as we go back now to the MCG and our match of the day.
Well, they've got plenty of that, the Hawks, and so have Melbourne. What a great quarter we're about to witness, I would think. 10 points the difference to start this quarter in favour of the Hawks after a tremendous fight back in the third quarter. Here's Steins. Very vital they get the first goal, I would think. Melbourne, Jenke against Lovell. Shoveled back. Newport is the man in front. Tries to underground it. Grabbed away by Jenke again. It's knocked away by Ayres. He's looking for Tony Hall. Here come the Hawks. Oh, beautiful play this was as Pritchard brings it down to Dunstall. He's been sensational. Well, that's Mark number 12, and he's going for goal number 8. What a performance by the great full forward.
Yes, the conditions are absolutely ideal for a full forward today, Peter, but look at that lead and a magnificent pass from Pritchard.
Well, here he is, Jason Dunstall. Oh, he ran too close to the man on the mark. Back it comes to Dunstall from Harding. Can he kick it on the left foot? He hooks it back, and he's just offline and puts it through for a behind. But the most important thing is that they have it on their forward line, the Hawks. 83 plays 72, so that's 11 points the difference in favour of Hawthorn.
And Danny Hughes was sent down there on a mercy mission to try and stop Jason Dunstall. Oh, White, the man who left full back, almost dragged in a big mark. Kick from half-back up towards half-forward, bounces through the pack to Jenke. Played that well to Deere, to Tuck. Hand pass blocked by Wilson. Off the ground by Ayres across the half-back line. Paul has been probably had his worst game for Hawthorn since he joined them this year. Ball almost a mark to Dersma. Comes now to Johnson. Back to centre half forward. All Hawthorn. Jenke.
Oh, very strong in defence, and in that third quarter when they're under pressure, all those good players, Ayres, Langford, Mew, Dippy Domenico, the experienced ones fired. Buckenara in front, what a good grab that was. Lovett's done well at half-back. But Buckenara, very dangerous player. A funny-looking kick, but he finds the running Ayres. Ayres is halfway between centre wing and half forward for the Hawks. It's important. Oh, they've got loose men everywhere. Chris New might kick a goal. 55 metres out. New fires long. Dunstall ducks back. Can't take the mark, and it's another behind to the Hawks. But most importantly, that puts them even 2 goals in front of Melbourne early in this last quarter. Buckenara limping slightly, but he's all right.
Kick in goes wide. Oh, Harding's there. Oh, he dropped a sitter. Goes to Williams. Breaks the tackle of Harding. Down the outer wing. Stretch at full stretch. Couldn't take the mark. Phoebe, who's been starring in the seconds. Young Stephen Phoebe. Apparently, Robert Domenico has been reported. Dixie knows all about that.
No, I haven't got any details, unfortunately, Drew. All I can tell you is that, yes, the Brownlow medalist has been reported.
Well, it could have been an incident in the third quarter, perhaps by not a central umpire, perhaps the emergency. This comes to Williams, up towards full forward. Bumped away from Wilson. Goes to Tuck. And Hawthorn start an attack from defence.
And Whitman to Domenico. He brings it to half forward. Loveridge caught behind, and too tall was Stephen O'Dwyer. He gets it out to little Greg Healy. Healy sets it up for Peter Schwab beautifully. And a bad kick that by Greg Healy. Their disposal, Melbourne, is nowhere near as good as Hawthorn's. Schwab to half forward. That was a poor kick, looking for Platten, who was surrounded by 3 taller men. The hand pass was from Sean White. Greg Healy. Oh, Ricky Jackson nearly lost it. Healy fumbled. A bad miss. So tired players make mistakes. A hand pass from Jenky to Schwab. Schwab looking to Dunstall. Dunstall and Hughes. Fisted away. Lands with Lovett. Back it comes to Alan Johnson. The next goal in this match, vitally important as the kick comes from Johnson. And it's a mark to Brett Bailey on centre wing.
12 points is Hawthorn's lead. Bailey's kick. Ayres. Thinks he's got it. What a mark. Great player. Been around since the 78 premiership year for Hawthorn. Gary Ayres. This comes off the pack to Williams. And we went without it. White paddles. Goes to Lovett. Centering kick. Jenky well placed. And how many times this quarter of Melbourne just given the ball away?
Well, there's a hand pass to Greg Deere. Oh, he gets a bad bounce. A bad play that by the Hawks. Johnson, here's a chance for Melbourne as the mark has been taken by Brian Wilson. He'll have to kick from 50 metres. It's an open goal. He sees it too as he kicks long. Campbell ducks back. It's a goal to the Brownlow medalist.
Yes, that's Brian Wilson's 3rd goal. 2 within the space of a minute in that second quarter. And now Brian Wilson kicks his 3rd. He did it well too, because he knew there was no one down there in that goal square. Here's the mark to Wilson. Gets the ball moving quickly. The goal was unguarded down there. The Hawthorn defenders hadn't had a chance to get back there, and it bounces through for Wilson's 3rd.
One straight kick the difference now. Platten burst from the centre. Found kicks a little bit easier to get in the third quarter, but he's had a tough day against Sharon. Awkward bouncing ball. Johnson. Had a good day, Alan Johnson. White just beats off the tackle from Domenico. Lovett near the boundary line. Good kick. Lovell. Off the left boot. A lead by Healy. Didn't quite carry. What a kicker. Pokes it over the top to Wilson again. He's got it again. No, not quite. No mark. Comes to Williams. In front, 35 metres out. And the scores are level.
All new Nissan Patrol, the most advanced 4-wheel drive down under. It makes all other 4-wheel drives seem primitive. With Go Anywhere Patrol's all-new 4-coil suspension, you get the handling and ride comfort of the car. Patrol's powerful 4.2-litre diesel or petrol 6s leave all other 4-wheel drives back in the Stone Age. All new Patrol. Already it's Australia's 4x4 of the year. That's Nissan know-how, building the right vehicles for Australia.
The phone bill? I thought you were going to pay that out of your cheque account.
Well, there's no money left in it.
Well, use the other one.
I can't touch that for about another month.
But it's your money, Ralph.
Yes, but then the interest
Yeah,
won't
but it's still your money.
When the State Bank launched the state banking system, it put 400,000 Victorians back in control of their money.
Well, let's pull some out of your interest-bearing deposit.
If you're still out of control, come and see us.
You've got to wait 90 days for that one.
So what were you saying about your money?
Guess who didn't check the footy fixtures in the Melbourne Big? The buying guide with useful information pages.
For about the price of the small runarounds our competitors are offering, this month's budget can do a family-sized Holden Commodore. Only $55 a day, including insurance.
We all know how natural fibres mat together when they become dirty, like this wool or this unwashed hair. This also happens to your carpet in high traffic areas. If your vacuum cleaner is 10 years old or more, like these, it's time to have it checked. Or maybe think about a new one. Why not give Gurney a ring and arrange a totally free comparison test with their commercial performance vacuum cleaner? Seeing is believing, and you'll also reduce the risk of permanent damage to your carpet. Go on, do it right. Give Gurney a call.
In Home and Away, Bobby's hell-bent on leaving the Fletchers.
She told me she'd even go as far as breaking the law to make sure she's taken from you.
A young woman's fear and jealousy are splitting up her family.
Do you really want to hurt us this much? Sometimes number one comes first.
The maniac interrupts Pippa's recovery with a chilling message.
The fact is, he's homing in on you, and it scares me.
While Elsa and Alf shock the town.
Meet the new Mrs. Elf, Stuart.
Wedding Bells in Home and Away, Monday at 6 on 7.
Scores dead set level. O'Dwyer, who'll get it out of the centre. Platton's there, but little Whitman takes it out onto the left foot. He kicks wide. It's all Melbourne, though, and an easy mark taken by Lovett. Hawthorn falling down across that half-forward line early in this quarter. The short pass finds Bailey. He's at half-back flank. Anyone's game, this one. A tremendous exhibition of Australian rules football. Tony Hall was the flyer. Couldn't take it. Tries to crash his way through. Here's Lovell. Off the side of the boot. He panicked a little bit there, Andy Lovell, and put it out of bounds on the full. It's in front of the Melbourne members, and this is the very experienced Gary Ayres.
Just under 19 minutes remaining in the final quarter. Scores level. Stretch high, but no mark. Campbell. Jenke. And Hawthorn going forward through Whitman. Condon. Back to Whitman, who ran at full tilt. Support up from defence, Loveridge. Straight up the centre, Buckenara, a push, White taps away, comes to Langford, he hooks.
A free kick through in the back. The push out, that push you called, the umpire saw it.
Yeah, against Buckenara.
Well, there it is in the back line, a chance for Stephen Stretch. He's on centre wing. Can the Demons hit the front here? Stretch running down the ground. Kicks long. That's good football. Abbott and Deere duck back, and Greg Deere takes a very timely mark, and those key Melbourne forwards have let them down today. It's been the little blokes that have done well. There's Tony Hall. Beautifully done to Dippy Domenico. Up the ground. He gallops. Well, that is a gallop. He tries to crash his way through. What a mile. Bad play, Robert Dippy Domenico. Very bad play for an experienced player.
Free kick quickly taken by Phoebe. Back to centre half forward. Schwab tapping out for Tuck. Oh, a fumble by the skipper. Pushing the back. And a free kick to Tony Hall, who's found kicks very hard to come by today. A couple of weeks ago he had 35 possessions. And he probably had about 25 less than that today. Mew, oh, bad hand pass to Harding. It's whipped away by Melbourne. Lovell gets it to Stretch, who kicks it 65 metres. Ayres courage, but no mark. Will get a free kick.
Well, you call courage. He's certainly got plenty of that. He's a great player, Gary Ayres. Oh, there's loose men everywhere for Hawthorn. The bounce favours Loveridge to Mew. He's very slow to get rid of it, but he does eventually get the kick. He's put under pressure, and out of bounds it goes on the full. Hawthorn starting to make a few mistakes in this quarter with stupid handballing errors. They've got to kick long because this young Melbourne side won't let up. They've got plenty of pace and plenty of ability. Stephen Stretch, 12 kicks. Oh, loose man, and Johnson's been an excellent player today. He goes for the long kick. This is where they've been falling down. Gary Ayres, oh, what can you say about this man? He is magnificent.
21 possessions, 6 marks. Ayres over the centre, straight back to Johnson. Now Johnson's had 20 kicks, coming up for number 21. Kicks across the half-back line. Stretch has starred from defence this turn. This time he doesn't go long. In short to Healy, just over the wing. Scores level here. Just over 16 minutes remaining for the game. Back to Sharon. Inside half forward. Stones!
Big Jimmy's hasn't done a lot today, but very timely mark by Jimmy Steins. There's a strong grab in front of Harding. Harding's had a bad day also. The Hawthorn ruckman have done very little, but here's Jimmy Steins with a shot at goal.
Right in front and about 30 metres out. The scores are level. Melbourne lead by a straight kick.
1 goal, 1 to Jimmy Steins. His first goal for the afternoon. And a very timely one at that. Puts Melbourne 1 goal in front. And a great contest. Jimmy Steins. We'll have a look at the mark from Jimmy Steins again. Good play by Melbourne in the centre of the ground. They open up the play. A long kick into the forward line. Big Jimmy Steins in front. And look at that kick for goal. Right through the middle.
Phoebe was in that play in the centre. 16 possessions in his first game.
Harding, out it comes. Can the Demons get another one? There's Steins again trying to crash out with it. Michael Tuck goes in after it. Now it's Whitman trying to crash his way through with Healy. Grabbed by Ayres. Dipier Domenico's got a sin underneath this one. Oh, it's punched in the back of the head. Play on his hurt too. Blatton has got it. A left foot kick looking for Langford. Will it bounce for him? He's got it, Chris Langford. He's got no one coming past. He wants to handball. Now he brings it back towards the centre of the ground. Here's Ray Jenke. They've gone handball crazy, the Hawks. Tony Hall, the lead's on. Jason Dunstall, he marks. 45 metres out for the goal. He's already kicked 7.
Incidentally, after that clash, Dipier Domenico came off the better because White, who ran into him, is going off the ground.
That's bad luck to lose Sean White at this stage. Peter Curran coming on the ground shortly. Campbell back on. Jason Dunstall for goal number 8. It's a high floater. It won't... Oh, it might be just in. I think he's kicked his 8th, he has.
Yes, and that's his first for the quarter, Jason Dunstall. And a tremendous exhibition of forward football. 8 goals, 5 for the afternoon. There's Sean White. He looks like he's in a lot of pain. I think he may have injured his wrist when he did that tremendous spoil on Dipier Domenico. But he ran off the ground very quickly to get the Melbourne reserve on. There's Jason Dunstall. A great exhibition of forward play by Dunstall. Easy mark in the end, but a great kick for goal.
And the scores are level again. 90 apiece. O'Dwyer went without it in the middle. Little Pritchard comes out. Platten, grabbed by Sharon, who's been nowhere more than about a metre away from him all day. He's lucky not to give away a free then. The umpire will ball it up.
He gets nothing, Platten.
Greg Deere coming off the ground.
Curran back on.
Bounce right near that centre circle. What a fantastic game it's been. Harding out of the ruck. Straight to Brett Bailey. Bailey towards half forward. Peter Schrobb ducks back and gee, they've been under pressure, the Hawks. Over to Ayres. He had no one to give it to. Condon behind his opponent. Which way will it bounce? It allows young Phoebe to give in the hand pass to Stretch. Stretch a hurry kick to half forward. Gary Ayres. Oh, smothers that beautifully, Ayres. A short kick to half back, and he's found a man there in Langford. Now, I wonder if he's still at centre-half forward. Pick it up in a moment. Oh, dangerous kick, but it comes off. This is Ray Jenke. Now, where's he going? He's going wide. He's got 2 men to give it to. One of them's Condon, but he's put it out of bounds on the full. So that's not good play by the Hawks. They should be coming up the centre.
Phoebe again. Just over 13 minutes remaining. The score's level, 90 apiece. Well, who would you back in a close game? Hawthorn beat Melbourne last year in the preliminary final by a kick. They won the night final by a kick. And they won last week by a kick. Melbourne into attack, though. It's thumped away. It goes to Wilson. 40 metres out. Hooks back. Not far enough. Out on the full, and the score's still level.
The worst part about that, Brian Wilson had time to straighten up and have a shot at goal, but he elected to kick around the corner, and there it is, out of bounds on the full.
Yes. I think he thought he was under pressure. Langford must be back to the back line, obviously, as he brings it, looking for Dipier Domenico. Steins and O'Dwyer. Could have been a Melbourne mark there. No, said the umpire, as players pouncing on top of it in front of the Melbourne members' stand. Half forward for the Demons. Scores dead set level. Which way will it go? The young Melbourne side or the old and experienced Hawks? Plenty of time to go. Over 12 minutes in this quarter as Steins, the big fist, looking for his ruck partner in O'Dwyer. Oh, the ball's still in play. They waited for it. This is Sharon. Ah! Actually hit the post, did it? The behind post?
Hit the behind post.
So that must be out of bounds on the full Platten to take the kick.
So he ran past the points even there. He could have just popped it through and put Melbourne in front by a point.
So Platten takes the free kick. Oh, straight onto the of Brian Wilson, who plays on, goes for goal. And, oh, it's close. Just missed it. They're in front by a point, Melbourne.
That was clever play by Wilson too. He took the mark play on immediately. He knew he would have struggled to make the distance from 50 metres. 55 may have been.
Well, there's Harding bringing it back at all. Melbourne again looking good. This is Stephen Newport. He's at half forward. The lead's on. And it's a mark. David Williams. I can't understand the move of Langford back to the back line when he took over in the third quarter at centre-half forward. A very strange move. Campbell coming off the ground. A goal here to Williams would put them 7 points in front.
At this very stage, there's more play on Hawthorn's back line. That's where it is.
Well, Sean White is coming back on the ground. David Williams, normally a good kick for goal. It floats away. It might be a goal. It might be just in goal.
Brand new car sure is nice. Mid-size comfort, small car price. Nissan Pulsar Vector. Power steering 1.8. Fuel injected 1.8. Four-wheel discs luxury. Nissan's 2-year warranty. Like I said, sure is nice. Mid-size comfort, small car price. Nissan Pulsar Vector. Full of great ideas.
This weekend, more personal computers than you've ever seen in one place. The Computerland Solution 72-hour Computathon. IBM Compaq at up to 75% off. Hour by hour, $6 million worth of PCs, peripherals, printers and software will be zapped at up to 75% off retail. This Friday, this Saturday, this Sunday, 8 a.m. to midnight, 69 Whiteman Street, South Melbourne, between City Road and Clarendon Street. The Computerland Solution 72-hour Computathon. Hurry before everything is zapped.
Fancy dining out somewhere a little bit different? Put it on Diners.
If you need a cleaning service, do what I do. Use the Melbourne Big. It's much faster.
The Melbourne Big, the buying guide Melburnians are turning to.
The Hermitage in Leningrad houses one of the greatest collections of European art in the world. Now you can see its masterpieces. To celebrate our 200th birthday, this priceless exhibition has been sent to Australia from Russia. With love.
Monday on A Country Practice.
You shouldn't be living here, Mrs. Spencer.
Alex tries helping a struggling young mother.
At least she's got a roof over her head.
Some roof.
But is she becoming too involved?
Until the repairs are made, you have to vacate the premises.
Problems she can't really understand.
I get $165 a week, Dr. Fraser.
Joe has a shot for Frank.
I've been thinking about leaving.
And has Mike finally found the girl of his dreams? A Country Practice, 7:30 Monday and Tuesday nights on 7.
Williams now appearing to be at centre-half forward. He played on the wing most of the day. Kick 2 in this last term. Out of the middle, Jackson. Up towards half forward. Wilson and Ayres, the 2 number 7s. Bad bounce for Wilson. Langford starring. Straight up the ground and kicking 60 metres. Defence into attack. White, I don't know, it sometimes seems dead, but comes back from the dead so often. Here's a free kick. It's going to Hawthorn. Curran grabbed when he didn't have it. From centre wing. Plenty of time left. And I don't know, it's all set up in a close game. Gary Buckenara might be in a position to do what he did them again.
A booming kick by Curran. Dunstall in the centre of the pack. It's fisted away. It's right in front of goal. Play on, said the umpire. It's grabbed by Stretch, but it's a free kick going back Melbourne's way. And it will go to Brett Lovett, about 20 metres out from the Hawthorn goal. Enormous atmosphere here and pressure on. 7 points the difference in favour of the Demons. We've got 10 minutes of official time to go in this match, so tons of time for either side to really nail this game. The odds at the moment with the Demons, of course, they've got their noses in front, 7 points. Love it. Been a good player today on Buckenara. Curran in front, a tremendous mark. He arched the back and up went the big arms and he took it. The short passes on. Abbott couldn't take the mark. No one there to back him up, Paul Abbott. The short hand pass was to Hughes, a clever one, that by Sean White. And Hughes takes it out of defence. Back it comes to centre wing, a little pushing and shoving. Play on, said the umpire. Stephen Newport kicks it to O'Dwyer. He's in front, he's taken a rip of mark. The big fella in the centre of the ground.
And he may be at centre half forward. He's on Mew, up towards full forward. Williams from behind. Schwab couldn't take the mark. Loveridge to help, paddling for the boundary line. And he takes it out. It's about 35 metres around from the behind post. Melbourne in front, leading by 7 points. Crowd's gone up on the board. The crowd hasn't, the figure has. 34,773. We've got 9 minutes left.
Still on that half-forward line. Ricky Jackson caught a hurry kick. Tuck. Too slow to get rid of it. O'Dwyer. Back to Healy. Wilson. At the back, holding on. Play on, said the umpire. Could have been a free kick to Williams against Langford, but the umpire said no go and allowed it. And over the line, when I still can't understand Langford being moved from centre half forward.
Well, a lot of the play has been on the Melbourne forward line. I think that they had to get Langford down there to try to stem the tide.
Here's Hall. He's been slow all day. Loveridge to Tuck. Hurried kick. Not out of trouble yet. Lunging at this one and taking an excellent mark is Rode. First time we've seen him all day. He's been on the bench for 3.5 quarters, Peter Rode, the former Carlton player. And he'll be kicking from about 52 metres out. Oh, he's got tremendous distance, just short, and it's thumped through for a behind by Mew. So it's 8 points the lead to Melbourne, and we have just under 8 minutes remaining.
Well, let's see if the Hawks can get out of jail. The young Demons have really looked as though the Hawthorn are going to go away with it, but the Demons are fighting back. In fact, they're 8 points in front. Sean White's the big flyer and his teammate in front. There were 2 of them, and in fact it's young Stephen Phoebe, the Tasmanian kid, and he looks like young. Look at that, he's about 18 years of age. Stephen Phoebe, a long way out. O'Dwyer, New at the back, fisted away. This is a chance for a goal. Oh, another poster. Stoned by Lovell. He and Ricky Jackson look very, very alike. And Hawthorn let off the hook again. They're only 9 points behind. Can they come back?
Might use the same bottle, Pete.
That's 2 goals forward to Lovell. He's been very busy on that forward line, hasn't kicked straight.
Abbott from half-back up towards centre wing. Oh, excellent mark. Peter Rhodes come on and playing on the wing on Dipia Domenico. 2 marks in a minute. 99 plays 90. Melbourne in front. Rhodes kick inside half forward. O'Dwyer. Oh, Langford missed that one, but he got the hand pass clear to Tuck. Platten. Sharon, he got him again. Unbelievable that. And Platten's kick across the ground. Abbott lumbers after it. Rode a fresh man, but Abbott saw the ball out.
Well, a big advantage too to bring on fresh players at this stage of the game. Remembering Dermot Brereton went off in the first 3 minutes of the game. It's on centre wing. O'Dwyer, the big fist, finds Whitman. Whitman over the top. Jinky. And oh, they're mucking around with handball. Hawthorn, they've got to kick it. There's little Platten going in after it. Lay on the ball. Play on, said the umpire. Steins off the side of the boot. It's a chance for Melbourne through Ricky Jackson, but the bounce favours Abbott. Abbott trying to keep it in. Oh, hit it straight back to Greg Healy, and Healy from half forward, still with the ball. Hand pass to Jackson, back to Healy. This could be the sealer coming up. The short pass. Langford's there. Oh, tremendous play, Langford, to tap it away to Loveridge.
And Loveridge has got Schwab in support. Oh, he's met by Phoebe. Oh, the umpire said it was a high tackle. Absolutely stopped him in his tracks, the 18-year-old first gamer. Loveridge out wide to Hall. And Tony Hall slowing things down. They haven't got too much time left. 7 minutes remaining in the game. They're still only at the wing with Chris Mew. They need 2 kicks to win at Hawthorn. Curran in front, almost at the second grab. Spoiled by Dersma.
Held by the jumper, Drew.
Free kick to Peter Curran. And he's about 80 metres from goal, right on the boundary line.
Oh, Dersman couldn't believe it. Over the free kick with Curran.
Pressure now for the Melbourne defence. Curran's kick doesn't cover a lot of ground. Dunstall's there, though. Hughes goes up with him. Harding tapping on. Platten. Sharon right there again. Dean Sharon has shadowed him all day. Platten puts him into the fence. Ball goes out.
Free kick to Sharon.
Well, the umpire's played a free kick. In the back, said the umpire. And Sharon is warning like a glove today and put enormous pressure on the little roving champ. And I think that was just an act of sheer frustration. Sharon from the back pocket. If Hawthorn get a goal, this is going to be a tremendous finish to the game. It's another free kick going to Melbourne on half-back flank for a push-out. The Hawthorn players looking very, very tired. 4 minutes and 42 seconds to go in this final quarter. Steins, the short one, finds Johnson. Melbourne now trying to slow it down. The next goal of the game vitally important. Oh, gee, Harding was slow to read that. Off they go. Love it. Wide. Condon's there. Good play by Stretch. The loose ball comes to Whitman. Oh, he was grabbed. It'll have to be holding the man to Whitman. Hawthorn will have to get a goal within a couple of minutes or this game will slip.
Just over 4 minutes remaining and the match in exactly the same position as the preliminary final because Melbourne led by this much at the same stage and Buckenara kicked the last 2 goals. There's Dersman, number 28, getting the hand pass out. Picked up by Phoebe. Pokes it high. Steins is there. Takes the mark. No play on. Didn't get first touch. On to Stretch with the hand pass. Stretch bangs it with his customary long kick to the forward pocket. Wilson's there. And Langford takes it away for Hawthorn. Don't write them off yet. Langford's kick up towards centre wing. Buckenara flies from behind. White in front, but it's bumbled forward by Condon and out of play.
3.5 minutes to go. Hawthorn will have to get a goal and get it quickly if they're to win this game. At the moment, they're down by 9 points, but let's not write them off. We saw the Brisbane Bears last week get up against Fitzroy in the dying minutes. That's good play, that, by the big fella. Number 11 for Melbourne, Jimmy Steins. Hasn't done a lot today, but that was a handy punch away. Time running out. We're nearly at the 3-minute mark. Curran. Steins again. The big knockaway, but important for Melbourne. It's close to the boundary line. Brett Bailey. Ayres, and nearly on one-hander. Ryan Wilson's got it. He hooks it back. Here's the big fella's mark. Stephen O'Dwyer. Ducking back as Williams. Here's the sealer. Yes! The mark is by David Williams. 25 metres out from goal. And if he kicks this, 2.5 minutes to go, it should be the sealer.
Yes, no doubt about that, Peter.
He's played 3/4 of the game on the wing. He's gone to the forward line in the last quarter, and this could be his 3rd goal for the final term.
David Williams. Well, from directly in front. He's kicked 2. He's kicked it.
Well, that's the match-winning move. Williams up onto that forward line. 3 goals for that last quarter. And he's saying to John Northey, well, you should have selected me in the preliminary final last year because this is what I can do. And he's really done it well, Williams. Good play by O'Dwyer also. He's had a great afternoon, O'Dwyer. The Hawthorn ruckman have been very disappointing. O'Dwyer and Steins coming to the game in this last quarter. But there was Williams taking the mark and kicking his 3rd goal.
Well, surely no time left now for Hawthorn. 2 minutes and 7 seconds on the clock, and they need 3 goals to get up and win. A 15-point lead to Melbourne. White charges out of defence. Kick partly smothered. Curran applies the tackle. Socket forward by Sharon. One of his few kicks, but he's done a great job on Platten. Ayres and Wilson's been a great duel since they've been together. Hook forward. Melbourne on their own again, and Williams right in front. And Williams has taken his 10th mark. He's coming up for his 19th kick. And for 3 parts of the match, he had Dippy Domenico on him, who shared possessions with him. And it's unbelievable that he's doing this on Chris Langford, who was such a star for Hawthorn earlier in the game.
I can't believe they moved Langford away from centre forward, Drew.
Williams for his 4th for the term. A further nail for Hawthorn's coffin.
Yes, and he's done it. He's done just that. Kicked his 4th. And it's been a good move by Northey to put him to full forward. He's a player that leads well. He's not over all, but he's a player that could worry Chris Langford with his pace and his leading. And there's no doubt now Melbourne have got their revenge for that defeat in last year's preliminary final. And there's Williams, a quick kick out of the pack. Williams all alone, no one anywhere near him. Lines up, puts through his fourth. And it's been a great quarter by Melbourne.
Back to the centre of the ground. Dear, they've been thrashed in the ruck today, the Hawks. A hurried kick down to half forward. There's Ayres. He's battled hard. A chance again for Melbourne. Ryan Wilson's been a terrific performance by Melbourne. I thought Hawthorn had them, but they haven't given up. Johnny Platten, it's been a tremendous job by Dean Sharon in concentration. Oh, gee, a few's been thrown in there in that pack, out in the half-back line. And 38 seconds to go in the game. It's been a tremendous game all day. Right throughout the match, no one knew which way it was going to go, right down to the wire. It could have gone either way. Full marks to both sides. Look at Sharon in there. Abs right on top of Platten. Kicked on. No, Mew was the man trying to kick it off the ground. Time gradually running out. A terrific exhibition of Australian rules football by both sides, and they should be both very, very proud the way they've played this game today. 8 seconds to go.
Well, last year after the preliminary final, Melbourne fans had tears in their eyes. There'll be tears of joy today. There's the siren, the Demons.
And for the second week in succession, Hawthorn totally outplayed in the final quarter, and a great last quarter by the Demons. Williams 4, Wilson 3, Lovell 2. The major goal kickers for the winners, and for Hawthorn, Jason Dunstall finished up with 8 goals, and Gary Buckenara got 2. Scott Palmer joins us live from the offices of the Sunday Press. Punchlines coming up shortly on Saturday Night Replay.
When you look around Victoria at the start of every day, you'll find someone there to help you, someone with you all the way. 'Cause when it comes to your insurance, there's a name you need to know. They're safe and sure and they care for you more than the SIO.
Haven't they done a terrific job? Good as new. When I think of what it looked like after the fire, maybe we should think about changing to SIO. Take it from me, they're okay.
With SIO home insurance, it costs only $158 to insure this $60,000 house.
For about the price of the small runarounds our competitors are offering, this month's budget can do a family-sized Holden Commodore. Only $55 a day, including insurance.
If you need a locksmith, do what I do.
Use the Melbourne Big. It's much faster. The Melbourne Big. The buying guide Melbourne into turning to.
We're the best down under Holdens, under Bewees, under Fords, under Rockies, under Rollers, under Alphas and Accords.
For the biggest range of tyres at the most competitive prices, you can't go past Bow Repairs.
We got the wheels, every tyre that can be found.
We won't be undersold, so ring Bow Repairs first for tyres, wheels, batteries and undercar service. Bow Repairs, the best down under.
He's an outsider, a rebel, a renegade, a kid from out of town whose dancing rocked a small Bible Belt town into the 1980s. Wednesday, the electrifying energy of Footloose, starring 2 of Hollywood's hottest young stars, Fame's Laurie Singer, the preacher's daughter who dared to break free, and Kevin Bacon, the Chicago kid who showed her how. Great music from Kenny Loggins, Moving Pictures and Men at Work. Before Dirty Dancing, there was Footloose, 8:30 Wednesday.
Here are tonight's Tax 2 results, just drawn under government supervision.
On Saturday Night Replay, it's that time when we say good evening to Scott Palmer in the offices of the Sunday Press. And Scotty, let's first of all talk about what happened out at VFL Park today, the clash of the Giants in more ways than one, it turned out.
Yes, Peter, there was an almighty thud between Damien Burke and Justin Madden, with the Geelong captain coming out on top in the third quarter, and it turned the game in favour of Geelong. John Devine said it certainly helped us when Madden went down. He said, and I don't know what effect it had on Madden, because a little later he was reported for striking Marty Christensen with a left forearm, Pete.
It wasn't all good news, though, for Geelong. Scotty, Ian Nankervis was involved in not an altercation, but what happened?
Well, there's a lot of frustration in the coach's box, and early in the first quarter he thumped the glass in front of it and all splattered on top of the people. And Ian said he didn't know whether he has to pay for the glass or not. I can tell him tonight that he's going to get a bill from Gary Clayton, the VFL Park manager.
I think he's been watching Punchlines too much. Essendon, I guess they're pretty happy out at Windy Hill tonight.
What's that, Peter?
I guess they're pretty happy out at Windy Hill tonight.
Yes, they're very happy. Kevin Sheedy said it's the shades of 84 and 85, and he said he'd been watching videos of Collingwood for the last couple of days. Those last 3 matches, they're all hard slogs, and he felt they'd sort of tire a bit today. Funny thing out there too, he's warned the players before about private ownership of clubs. He said, we don't want this happening at Essendon. I want to see 10,000 members out there in the grandstand barracking for us, so you have to win today. Well, there were more than 10,000 members at the MCG cheering the Demons home. I guess things are pretty happy there too. A great win, wasn't it? Well, John Northey was ecstatic, and he said, this is the revenge we've been after. He said that I'm very proud of the boys today. He said he reminded them of the last year's preliminary final. He said, if you miss out on playing a premiership again, he said, you'll never live it down for as long as you live. And Hawthorn coach Alan Joyce, he became undermanned when Dermot Breton went off today, and he said we faded out in the last quarter again, and he said, I can't understand why. Tommy Hafey, I guess, will be pretty disappointed. Well, Tommy said that's the hardest year he's ever had in league football, and he's been playing and coaching and running and jumping since 1950s. He said it was a complete reversal of form today than last week at Geelong, and he said he had to replace Morewood and Thrip before the game, and what was worse, he saw John Ironmonger, his former player of last year, control a match. Yeah, certainly rubbing salt into the wound. Scotty, thanks for that, and we look forward to reading all the details tomorrow. Thanks, Peter. Scott Palmer, the sporting editor of the Sunday Press, joining us on Saturday Night Replay. And time now for one of our regular segments during the show at this time each week, Footy Flashbacks. And we look back what happened this round in years past.
Footy Flashbacks are proudly brought to you by NEC Computers, Communications and Home Entertainment.
Right down in front, there's the Cairns going over the fence.
Essendon and Richmond used this round in 1974 as a sort of getting-to-know-you exercise. Players, officials and spectators engaging in a rugged how do you do after the half-time siren.
One of the nastiest scenes I've seen in football for years. Right into the forward zone, up they go. Bernie Quinlan went up, almost pulled down.
It took until the final siren 2 years later for a result to another tussle, this time at Cardinia Park between Footscray and Geelong. The Dogs home by just 2 points.
Landy, a big kick down, this could go through, it's rolling. Yes.
Fletcher's kick is high, looking for Van der Haar. Van der Haar rides right up on the top. Burke takes the ball. Young Watson beats him for pace.
A year later, in round 7, a 15-year-old kid from the bush tasted the VFL spotlight for the first time. Timmy Watson couldn't have asked for a more exciting debut. Richmond and Essendon tying the game at VFL Park.
Fires at the goal.
He decides to play on. The Bombers still in attack. The kick not smothered by the Richmond defence. Into the forward pocket it goes. Plenty of Tigers there, but nobody can mark it. A snap for goal by Roberts. All clear.
In 1978, in this round, another first. This time for Alex Jezelenko, coaching Carlton for the first time. The Jezza Magic worked a treat. The Blues 17-point winners over Collingwood.
And that's a goal for Carlton. They've won this game, I'd say now. That's easy.
More magic in 1980. Richmond pulled forward Michael Roach, ensuring the Tigers a 110-point drubbing of Footscray by booting 11 goals.
Michael Roach. It's a beautiful kick for goal. In he comes. Oh, he split the centre with that kick.
And another milestone in this round in 1982. Kevin Bartlett kicking his 700th goal against St Kilda at VFL Park.
700 goals to Kevin Bartlett.
Footy Flashbacks were proudly brought to you by NEC Computers, Communications and Home Entertainment.
More Footy flashbacks next week on Saturday Night Replay, and coming up after the break, today's big clash out at Windy Hill between Essendon and Collingwood.
For some car makers, to win Australia's Car of the Year award would be an end in itself. When Nissan Skyline won, it was just the beginning. Now Nissan backs Skyline with a 2-year warranty. And in the Nissan 600,000k Enduro, Skyline went all the way to prove that it really is the winning Aussie 6.
Very nice.
Very. Nissan, building the right cars, Australia.
Just laying around, just sneaking a kiss, just tossing a frown, just the things you miss. Just you, just me, just jeans. Just walking a pier, just running from the rain, just fighting a tear, just playing the game. Just you, just me, just jeans. Just cruising late, just having a ball. Just things you hate, just taking a fall. Just kicking a can, just raking your mop. Just, hello Sam, I'm spinning like a top. Just living a life, just laughing a smile. Just avoiding strife, hey, hang on for a while. Just you, just me, just Dean. Just you, just me, just Dean.
Toasted snacks, absolutely delish. Yum, yum. They're made in a trice. You take some bread slices and add any filling you wish. Yum, yum. Just add any filling you wish.
Today, the Breville Snack and Sandwich Toaster with unique scissor action is just as popular as ever. Whether you use the compact 4-slice, the family 8-slice, or the all-new Breville Jaffle Maker.
They love those snacks, absolutely delish. Yum, yum.
From Breville, the better ideas, people.
When you need the best down under, Pro Repairs will see you through. While you're looking after them, you know we'll be looking after you.
There are lots of little reasons why you shouldn't treat your second car as second best. See Bow Repairs.
We got the wheels, every tire that can be found.
For friendly advice and the most competitive prices on tyres, wheels, batteries and undercar service, see Bow Repairs. The best down under.
Have you discovered gold yet? You'll find it in the Herald tomorrow. The Herald TV Gold Guide. There's a whole week's viewing from Monday to Sunday. And it's easy to read with comprehensive movie reviews. It's a gold mine of information.
Next Monday's TV Gold Guide spends time on the set of Neighbours and reveals what they're all really like.
The TV Gold Guide. Your most valuable TV guide. Free tomorrow with the Herald. Don't miss it.
Well, all roads, it would appear, led to Windy Hill this afternoon for the clash between long-time rivals Collingwood and Essendon. For the Magpies, it was virtually their 4th match of the day on end after heavyweight bouts against the Eagles, Carlton, and last week at VFL Park, that thriller against Hawthorn. The Black and White Army, though, hasn't tasted success at Essendon since 1980, although few players in this afternoon's lineup took part in that game. Last week, the Bombers produced their best form of the season when they got up to beat the previously undefeated Melbourne. Predictably, they made no change to their lineup, while the Woods replaced Kroll and the injured Starcevic with Fellows and Robertson. We begin our coverage tonight with some highlights of the first 3 quarters. Our commentators are Sandy Roberts, Ian Robertson and Malcolm Blight.
Christian comes clear. Kicks it long into the forward pocket area for the Pies. No mark taken. Wright. Shot for goal by Wright. Is the first goal of the match. Goes into the pocket. Danaher. One hand. Won't keep it in play. Yes, he does. Spoons it back to Salmon, who taps it cleverly back for Buick. He goes into the open goal, and there's the first one for Essendon. Oh, here's a chance now for Collingwood. Saunders up towards half forward. Clean bowls folds. Oh, great gather by Taylor. Inside 50 metres. Taylor kicks his third. Collingwood on fire. A chance for Saunders to send Collingwood into attack. He goes long. Taylor sets himself. He's got it. He's got a chance to run. Considine's only one in between he and Tuddenham. Back to Hawke again, a little too far, but he gets a favourable bounce. 50 metres, 45. He sets sail for goal. He has kicked it, I think. What a goal. Buick again. Breaks clear. Handball wide by Keane to Folds. Folds kick, not bad. A goal. What a goal by Folds.
From the throw-in, Keane, a snap at goal. He's kicked another one. The Bombers are coming back. Goes in towards the 50-metre line. Coming over the top. The spoil is affected, but straight to the racehorse Robertson. He fires at goal. Is this the start the Maggies want?
Good flip out by Salmon. Here's Watson on the end of it. Shot for goal by Watson is okay. Watson's kicked his third.
Now McGuan can run on. Short little stab. Taylor.
That should almost be 50 metres there. Terry Danaher has actually knocked that ball out of Taylor's hand after he marked it.
He's lost it, Manson. Manson has given it to Essendon.
Play about 35 to 40 metres out from the Essendon goal. They trail by 9 points. Salmon at the back now. Here's a chance for Hawke. He scrambles it forward. Watson, goal number 4. Ryan, over the top, McGuan. Outside 50 metres, McGuan goes bang and kicks a goal for Collingwood. Madden tries to flip over. Folds is caught with the ball. Collingwood. Now a chance for Williams inside 50 metres. Williams kicks for goal and goals and Essendon are in front.
Today's game is a part of the Elders IXL 1988 VFL Premiership season.
And so a three-quarter time, less than a kick in it, and we're going to rejoin the match now in the early stages of the final quarter. 24 minutes of play remaining, and the Bombers leading by 9 points.
The Bombers now lead by 9 points. Salmon doing well in the ruck. Hawker, Harvey, up to half forward. Sensational gather by Keane to the forward pocket. Williams, well tackled. Deep in the forward pocket, and Williams has been penalised for not moving the football on. McGuan kicks it out wide. Half-back flank member side. Izard diving on it, Fellows. Great play, Mullane. Sensational stuff. Darren Mullane runs away from Paul Salmon. Now turns onto the right foot and kicks it towards centre half forward for Collingwood. Taylor takes the mark. Plays on. He's caught with the football. The ball runs free at half forward. Chance now for Collingwood. Wide. Turner. Don't mess this up. Tuddenham shoots for goal from deep in the pocket and kicks a goal for Collingwood. The Magpies creep to within 3 points of Essendon.
Oh, it's still going. And what a remarkable game of football it's been all day. And Brian Taylor sees the opportunity with a great chest mark then and almost blew it, Collingwood, but just through sheer persistence, and Tuddenham got clear and steadied beautifully to close the gap again.
It's goal for goal here at Windy Hill. Essendon's lead is again 3 points. Fellows wins it out of the middle. It passes Ryan, however. O'Donnell can't take it. Walsh to Danaher. Back to the centre, and a diving mark by Hawker as he throws it out to Salmon. He's claimed. Anderson back to Hawker, to half forward again. Madden tries to open a path. Here's another one. It's Clark. Goal. What a quarter. What a game.
Fantastic stuff out of the middle. And really, it really just is persistence of both sides. And on this occasion, it was Essendon and Clark with that blistering pace has put the ball fair dinkum almost to a northern suburb.
And he stood up too. He stood up, and Stephen Clark kicked his second goal. And what an excited young player, along with about 20,000 excited Essendon fans. 9 points again, the margin in Essendon's favour. Fellows and Salmon. Only 5 minutes into the last quarter. Salmon can't break clear. Neither can Hawker. Congested play. Salmon gets a kick to it now. There's a free kick being picked out of it. It's going to Kerrison in the centre of the ground. Kerrison kicks the ball pretty well, usually, and he doesn't let his team down again. Up into the forward pocket area, and a good mark taken by big Paul Salmon. He feeds it off to Foulds. Foulds with a little bit of dash left in his old legs. A poor kick this time by Gary Foulds. The bounce favours Essendon. Into the centre. Now it's centre half back. Francisca. Short kick finds Hawke. He's got Brown out wide. Can Ryan get it clear? He slips over. Tackled by O'Donnell. And he's caught with the ball. And O'Donnell will take the free kick for Essendon in the centre. Gary O'Donnell transfers play to the members half forward flank. Izard, it goes to the back. Can he gather? Yes. Outside the boundary line, and we'll have a throw in back near the 50-metre line in Essendon's half forward flank area. Well, it's probably only about 40 metres around from the Essendon goal, so well within kicking distance for the Bombers. They lead by 9 points as Manson prepares to come back on the field. Hawke somehow gets clear and gets his kick away, and it's now outside kicking distance in the Essendon half-forward flank region.
Manson back on. Fellows off. Here's the throw-in. Salmon. Manson there a little late. Hewitt can't take it. Pushed, said the umpire. Free kick to Buick. From 55 metres. Essendon go deep into their attacking zone. Madden. Under pressure, Brown over the head of Hawke to McGuan. This is where it'll tell. Hawke over to the centre. Walsh got a fist to it over the head of Morwood. Ryan does it nicely, but can he get clear for a shot? It's high towards full forward. Taylor's not there, but Danaher is. And Terry Danaher on the last line of defence goes back to his brother, but the umpire says no. I'll take it back. Essendon fans don't like it. So Danaher goes to the other side on this occasion. Williams. Clear onto Foulds. Going to be met by McGuan. Gets his kick just in time. To centre wing. Turner tries to tap it over the top. Can't do so. No one able to pick it up. Eventually Banks gets clear. Tries to get the handball away. It's effective to Mullane. Collingwood a chance. Tottenham caught. Great tackle.
Izard the tackler. And the Bomber fans delighted as Alan Izard has the football, defensive side of centre wing. Kicks it into the centre. Salmon!
What a great move this has been to put him on the ball.
Salmon out wide, finds Terry Danaher, up from full back. Short kick, Duckworth. He's got Hawker in the pocket. No, he hasn't. Collingwood players come up out of the ground. Duckworth outside 50 metres. Not too many kicks. Billy Duckworth goes for the long one. Into the square. At the back. A goal. Clark. Third goal to Clark. An opportunist if ever there was one.
And once again, important touches by Salmon around the ground. Really did set that goal up. And peppering the goal square like that, with Madden doing all the bullocking work in the goal square. Beautifully read. You could almost say there was probably too many Collingwood players up there and not enough down.
So the Essendon chant has gone up here at Windy Hill. They've opened up their biggest lead for the day. 15 points. Salmon and Manson back on the ground. Collingwood need the next goal. Robertson with a long left footer. Taylor. Well done by Danaher. Those two have had an enormous struggle since Danaher was moved on to Taylor. O'Donnell over the line and a throw-in to take place. They're the sort of duels that people travel a long, long way to see. Collingwood in attack. Can they score? Watson. Gets clear to Buick. On to Izard. Called to go on with it. Gets his kick towards Clark. What a quarter he's having. The lead of ignored. But he's got a very congested forward line. Stabs one into half forward, over the head of Duckworth. No, he's got it.
It's almost as though he was waiting for something to happen, wasn't he, Clark? He really didn't want to kick the ball long. He really wanted to just break the game up a bit. And Bill Duckworth took it. Actually was a pretty good mark in the end.
He'll kick from around 45 metres, perhaps almost 40. The drop punt is on its way. Duckworth has done it. The Bombers are flying high.
For some car makers, to win Australia's Car of the Year award would be an end in itself. When Nissan Skyline won, it was just the beginning. Now Nissan backs Skyline with a 2-year warranty. And in the Nissan 600,000k Enduro, Skyline went all the way to prove that it really is the winning Aussie 6.
Very nice.
Very. Nissan, building the right cars for Australia.
The heart of town is beating in our city. If you listen, you'll hear the beat grow strong. The heart of town is growing fast in Melbourne. Melbourne Central will be the heart of town. Life of the city, Melbourne Central. Life of the city is coming our way. Life of the city, Melbourne Central. Melbourne Central. Life of the city, Melbourne Central. Life of the city.
Get it off at Rebel today.
Get off up to 60% on famous brand sporting gear.
I got it off at Rebel today.
Out now, Rebel's catalogue with hundreds of off-price discounts.
Get it off Rebel today.
On all these famous brands at rock-bottom prices. Get up to 60% off sports equipment, clothing, footwear at any Rebel off-price warehouse.
Get it off at Rebel today.
Get it off at Rebel, 99 Maroondah Highway, Ringwood.
Some people still think the ambulance service is free. It isn't. Non-members have to pay hundreds of dollars for one ride.
$480?
The only way to avoid these high charges is to be a member. Ring 6633 It's only $32 for a family, less for singles and pensioners who need cover. Ring 6633 and you're covered.
It's worth it for the peace of mind.
We all know how natural fibres mat together when they become dirty, like this wool or this unwashed hair. This also happens to your carpet in high traffic areas. If your vacuum cleaner is 10 years old or more, like these, it's time to have it checked. Or maybe think about a new one. Why not give Gurney a ring and arrange a totally free comparison test with their commercial performance vacuum cleaner? Seeing is believing, and you'll also reduce the risk of permanent damage to your carpet. Go on, do it right. Give Gurney a call.
By about 1/3 the way through the last quarter. Robertson again, poor kick, but it's fallen in the arms of Shane Morwood right on the 50-metre line. Shane Morwood for the Magpies. Desperately need a goal. Long drop punt by Morwood's close. Touched on the line, through from behind to Collingwood. 20 points the difference.
Should add also, Ian, that Morwood playing up forward now just goes to show you how important Starcevic has been for Collingwood. They really haven't had it to work at centre forward all day.
Essendon out of trouble. Kick towards Harvey at half-back. Out towards the wing. Mark taken by Terry Danaher. Short kick up towards half-forward. Oh, bad fumble by Banks. Anderson to Buick. Buick gets the handball away. It's slightly ineffective. Tuddenham under pressure at half-back. Keane comes in for Essendon, but the umpire will bounce. Just outside 50 metres, Essendon's half-forward flank. The Bombers lead by 20 points. Salmon. Up over the top, Manson. Folds. Gets his foot to the ball. High in the air. Salmon. Punch on. Over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in. Now just inside, 50 metres. Essendon doing all the attacking. Over halfway gone in the last quarter. Madden gets the tap out the back. Chance for Williams. Foles is there in support. He gathers well. Back onto the right foot. Kicks around the corner. No mark taken. Hawker. Left foot shot for goal by Hawker. Through for a behind. 21 points, Essendon's lead.
Hasn't he upped his rating in this last quarter? Glenn Hawker has had a pretty quiet day, but he really has got himself around the ball in this final quarter.
Tim Watson in the hands of the trainers. He hasn't been right for a while. Just over 15 and a half minutes remaining. Kerrison. Collingwood need a goal and need it badly. A bounce to take place between centre and half forward. There's Tim Watson. This really has been a great pressure game of football. Anderson can't get clear. Clark. Tuddenham, Brown at the bottom, gets it straight out to Anderson. His high kick goes down towards the forward pocket region. Banks and Gafer, Keane. The bounce is not kind. It goes over the line. .21 points the margin. Is the throw in. Madden doing the bullocking work again. Robertson, the racehorse is off. One bounce. Runs his full distance and drops it in short. Perhaps could have gone as long as possible. Hamilton towards the boundary line and over, but Collingwood have it in scoring range. And they need one badly. Certainly not out of it yet. Salmon close to the boundary line again and over. There he folds. Maud wearing 7, Salmon 3. Those two contest the ruck work. O'Donnell, little chip straight to the boundary line. Probably gave his team 7 or 8 metres.
Just looking at those two young Essendon players, O'Donnell and Hamilton, haven't they done a good job all day?
Yes, O'Donnell wearing 44. Hamilton 16. Salmon again. Robertson with the left foot. Pumps it up into the pocket. Taylor and Danaher out of bounds on the full. So Danaher to relieve the pressure again. Essendon lead by 21 points. 90 plays 69. Terry Danaher with the football in the back pocket. It's been all Essendon so far in the last quarter. Danaher kicks it long out towards the half-back flank. Manson over the top. Chance for Shane Maud. Left foot kicks, a bit of an up and under towards half forward. The mark's been taken for Essendon by O'Donnell. And is he a composed young man? Only a handful of games. And he gets it out wide to Buick. Buick up towards half forward. Watson, injured but still competes. And the Essendon fans applaud Timmy Watson. He's kicked 4 goals out of the Bombers' 13. Boundary throw in, centre wing. Over the top, Mullane. Handball a little too fierce for Tuddenham. And it goes over for another boundary throw in. Salmon and Manson. Salmon, who's done well in the ruck, gets the tap over. Robertson, good tackle by Anderson. Struggle for possession. Mullane, Williams, roving well. Williams back onto the left foot, goes backwards to O'Donnell. Defensive side of centre, and he takes the mark for the Bombers. Thump it into the forward line, and he does with a 55, 60-metre kick to half forward. Madden, great mark, Simon Madden. Half forward. Doesn't waste any time, up towards full forward. The mark has been taken by Harvey.
15 metres out on a slight angle. And Harvey has the football for the Bombers. And this could be the first nail in the Magpie coffin.
Especially magnificent vision then from Simon Madden. Saw the two Essendon players back there and somehow or other wobbled a kick onto Harvey's chest.
And didn't he look relieved that he was paid the mark?
Harvey punts for goal and puts it through. That's his first goal.
The phone bill, I thought you were going to pay that out of your cheque account.
Well, there's no money left in it.
Well, use the other one.
I can't touch that for about another month.
But it's your money, Ralph.
Yes, but then the interest
Yeah, but it's still your money.
When the state bank launched the state banking system, it put 400,000 Victorians back in control of their money.
Well, let's pull some out of your interest-bearing deposit.
If you're still out of control, come and see us.
You've got to wait 90 days for that one.
So what were you saying about your money?
Believe me, life's a lot more fun when you get into training. One day you could be training yourself to pan for gold. Any colour, mate? Another day you could train the family to appreciate history.
Beeline Day Away Tours. It only takes a day to get your family into training.
Of course, learning to navigate the mighty Murray takes a little coaching.
Call V-Line Travel and get into training with V-Line Day Away Tours.
Brisbane has a new landmark. A building with a level of intelligence that you might not have expected until the year 2001. It's located at Brisbane's prime CBD address, Queen and Creek. And it's available for leasing right now. Central Plaza. The intelligent business decision.
Vulcan makes so many gas heaters, electric heaters, ducted heaters. If you turn them all on at once, you'd melt. Vulcan heating is hotter than ever.
These kids have the most highly taxed parents in Australia. So why can't I give them the best education that money can buy?
Authorised by Michael Kroger for the Victorian Liberal Party, Melbourne.
The Bomber chant is loud and clear. 27 points is their lead. Can they hold on? Can Collingwood find something and come back? Hawk out of the centre. Walsh can't take it. Neither can Morwood. O'Donnell bottles it up. And he's been pinged. So Morwood a chance. Collingwood not out of it yet. Towards Taylor. Can't quite take it. Danaher. Towards Hawker and Turner. Hawker can't keep it in play.
What a magnificent competitor Terry Danaher has been. Moved from the forward line when Taylor kicked 4 goals in the first half, and he really has almost cut Taylor out of the game.
Just on 10.5 minutes remaining in this game. O'Donnell, a quick kick past Harvey. Keane sees it over the line again. Suddenly the game just starting to slow a little. And who can blame the players for that? It has been frantic from the word go. Manson plays on towards the 50-metre line. Collingwood not out of it yet. Christian gives it across. Intercepted, however, and over the line. So another throw-in on that outer side. Collingwood desperate for a goal. Christian bustled out of it. Watson, a hurried left foot kick. He's certainly not right, but it hasn't stopped him trying. That one has gone over the line. And was it on the full? Or was it a free kick? He threw it. So 27 points the margin. Turner to send Collingwood forward. Desperate for a goal. Right, but in front, Salmon. The Bombers steadying things down. Well, he's put Williams under a lot of pressure. Got the handball to him, but he went over the line. And yet another throw in. Bit of unproductive stuff out there on that outer side, but it's so tough for Collingwood to try and surge it forward. They've got a chance here. Keane watched that go out of bounds on the full. So Banks to bring it into play. To half forward. Morwood and Walsh both fly. Sock it off the ground, straight to Mullane. Here's a chance. Hooks it out wide. Taylor on a lead. He's got it. So Brian Taylor, who has kicked 4, all of those in the first half. Since that time, he's been well held by Terry Danaher. The drop punt is on its way. He's done it. So Collingwood not out of this game yet.
Great skills then again by Darren Mullane, who's been a real worker for the Collingwood side. And you're right, Sandy. I mean, they're not out of it. Another goal, and all of a sudden the Essendon players start looking at the scoreboard and saying that enormous pressure comes on. But I really do think that Salmon is the key. 6'9", running around the ground, and really no one can jump up to him in this last quarter. It's going to be very hard to stop if he gets anywhere near the ball.
21 points the margin in Essendon's favour. Bounce favours Salmon. Gets the tap out. Hawker. Oh, great play by Hawker. Beautiful long kick too. Straight towards goal. At the back. Chance for McGuan. Gathering Clark. Is this another goal to Clark? Yes! Clark kicks his 3rd goal for the quarter. His 4th for the match. And Essendon answer the Magpie challenge.
What a sensational last quarter Clark has had. And once again, what about Salmon's tap to Hawker? And Hawker with that great judgment as we watch Clark in replay. Kick the ball back beautifully over his left shoulder.
Stephen Clark, 4 goals. And what a last quarter. He's kicked 3 in the last quarter. The Bombers have added 6. Collingwood have added 2. Only 3 points the difference at 3-quarter time. Collingwood, Essendon lead by 27. The ball at half forward for Essendon. Oh, McGuan slips. Chance for Tudman. Kick out to the half forward area. Williams. Chip shot by Williams is close. Through from behind for Essendon. Well, I'd say 28 points is enough. Banks to kick the ball in for Collingwood. Lex to come to the members' side. Izzard, good punch away. Clark again, goes for goal number 5, but he puts it in front of the square. Madden can't mark. Rush through for a behind to Essendon. Gee, the crowd would have gone absolutely berserk if Simon Madden had have taken that. They're pretty happy as it is. Kerrison kicks the ball to himself, gathers 15 metres. Up towards half-back, good punch away by Salmon. Buick's there to do the roving. Tries to get around to get a kick at it. Gets the handball away to Folds. Folds over the shoulder. Towards half-forward, mark to Duckworth. Running with the flight of the ball, Billy Duckworth. Takes the mark, deep in the forward pocket. Left foot pass. No, says umpire. Harris. Come back and kick over the man on the mark. And Billy Duckworth hard up against the boundary line. They kick these Essendon players. Duckworth does too. Second goal of Milton.
Essendon's final term, they booted 8-6 to 2-1 to run out convincing winners by 44 points. Clark and Watson got 4 for Essendon, Taylor got 5 for Collingwood, and the official crowd at Windy Hill, 24,323. It certainly looked a lot more. More football coming up after the break from VFL Park and Princes Park on Saturday Night Replay.
Wooden's Wednesday on Family Ties, the Keatons remember Nick's first visit.
You guys eat this all the time? You mean with utensils?
And then a very special episode of Hey Dad.
Look, is she all right?
It won't stop parents lying awake worrying, but it might make kids realise the consequences of drink driving.
I wasn't drunk.
You don't have to be drunk. You're still on P plates. Any alcohol and you're gone.
Hey Dad.
You mean I'll lose my licence? It's not fair.
Essential family viewing. Wednesday on 7.
Oh, Dad.
The new 1.8 Nissan Exa. Is it a Targa? Is it a coupe? Or is it a cabrio? Absolutely. The new 1.8 Nissan Exa. It's out of the ordinary and out of sight. Nissan know-how. Building the right cars for Australia.
It's the annual review of NEC Computers, and it seems they're still the world's biggest manufacturer of integrated circuits. They're still one of the world's top 10 computer companies. And here to report on the Australian market is Mr. Okamura. Mr. Okamura?
Telephone for a Mr. Okimura?
NEC, Japan's most experienced computer company, now very much at home in Australia.
I thought cream came only from one of these, but it almost seems Mr. Hines has obtained it from one of these. Even one of these. 10 naturally creamier soups that can out Buttercup, or anyone else. New Heinz Creamy Soups.
Welcome to the Resi Statewide Property Report. I'm Des Connors.
And I'm Alex Wildman.
You don't have to be rich to invest in property with Resi Statewide. Many people are buying investment properties like these for security and for the tax advantages of negative gearing.
Thank you for attention, ladies and gentlemen.
Did you shop around for your loan?
My word, we checked out all the banks.
And Resi Statewide?
Yes, their investment loan was best because of the interest rate. They lent up to 90% evaluation, so we didn't have to find a big deposit.
Alex, is that a common theme among property investors?
Yes, that's what people are finding out. When you can borrow up to 90% of valuation, you can start investing sooner with a smaller deposit.
You don't have to be rich to invest in property with Resi Statewide.
Believe me, life's a lot more fun when you get into training. One day you could be training yourself to pan for gold. Any colour, mate? Another day you could train the family to appreciate history.
V-Line Day Away Tours. It only takes a day to get your family into training.
Of course, learning to navigate the mighty Murray takes a little coaching.
Call V-Line Travel and get into training with V-Line Day Away Tours.
There were 2 other games played today in round 7 at VFL Park and at Princes Park. Dixie Marshall looks at the highlights.
At Princes Park, Fitzroy could do no wrong in the first quarter, and if this acute angle goal by McGrath wasn't proof enough, then take a look at this huge kick by Michael Gale, which cleared the pack and rolled through for a freakish goal. Kapler was just another Lion flying high, and at quarter time they led by 22 points. Young Sydney player David Brown kicked 2 goals in the second term, but the Swans' comeback was short-lived, and Fitzroy, with McGrath providing a focal point, had increased their lead to 27 points at the main interval. The Lions continued to apply the pressure in the second half and reaped the benefits of putting together 4 quarters of football, running out easy winners by 39 points. At VFL Park, Carlton almost lost a player before the game even began when defender John Dorotich was struck by a large wooden pole holding up the banner. But he took his place in the side and Carlton started strongly with 2 quick goals. At quarter time it was the Blues by 8 points when the nimble-footed Nailey kicked a beautiful running goal. Geelong got on top early in the second term with the aid of the breeze. Buse snaps cleverly. But as the quarter wore on, Carlton fought their way back and took a 2-goal lead into the main break. Carlton jumped the Cats early in the third quarter, but after a behind-the-scenes incident, Carlton became rattled and the Cats kicked 3 quick goals and were back in the game. In the last quarter, Geelong booted 4 straight to steal a 20-point lead and hung on to win by 11 points.
And after 7 rounds, we check the league ladder now with 2 games to go to complete it. Melbourne on top of the list with 24 points, only 1 defeat, making up the 4 teams, all on 5 wins. The West Coast Eagles on percentage from Carlton, Collingwood and Hawthorn. Outside the fire, but a game away, Geelong and Essendon on 4 wins, and then comes Footscray, Fitzroy, North Melbourne, the Sydney Swans, the Brisbane Bears, St Kilda and Richmond still on the bottom. 2 reported players today. Of course, there's a tribunal tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock for Danny Frawley after the match last night at the Wacker in Perth. Justin Madden for allegedly striking Marty Christensen of Geelong, and Danny Hughes from Melbourne reported by goal umpire Williams for allegedly striking Robert Di Domenico of Hawthorn with the right forearm to the head during the 3rd quarter. Leading goal kickers after today's matches, Jason Dunstall, a magnificent 8 at the MCG and a losing effort for Hawthorn. He has a total of 41 from Ablett, Glenn Denning, who of course didn't play last night, Beasley, Wright, Hunter and Warwick Kappa, who of course didn't play today, plays tomorrow. Footy bets. Let's take a look at Footy win first of all. The West Coast Eagles, $2.20, selection 7. Geelong, $3.50. Fitzroy, selection 4, $3.50. Melbourne, selection 2, $3.95. And Essendon, selection 4, $5.45. The Footy double, 1 and 4, Geelong and Fitzroy returning $75.15. And the Footy quad, you needed 1, 4, 2 and 4, Geelong, Fitzroy, Melbourne and Essendon, $13,124.65. Hope your team won today. Certainly plenty of action today in round 7, 2 games tomorrow to complete the round. Of course, we'll be there. We hope you can join us.
Who was there when they wrote the story? Who was there in the colours of glory? Who was there when a new star rose? Who was there as each chapter closed? We were there when the mighty fell. We were there when they did it well. Who was there when the boys became the men? We were there and we'll be there again. We'll be there this year, we'll be there. We'll be there up there, we'll be there. We'll be with you in the hour and you know what we'll be shouting. We'll be there, we'll be there, we'll be there. We'll be with you in the hour and you know what we'll be shouting. We'll be there, we'll be there, we'll be there.
VFL Premiership Football, proudly brought to you by Nissan Australia, Carlton.
Perennial finalists Richmond reached its 7th grand final during an 8-year span in 1934 and managed to win its 4th flag by beating South Melbourne, whose full forward, Bob Pratt, booted 150 goals in 21 matches. Pratt's tally included 5 bags of 10 goals or more, and his total still stands as a record, alongside Hawthorn's Peter Hudson. Pratt's most memorable performance during the season was his 15 goals against Essendon, including 8 in a magical 12-minute burst the last quarter. Pratt was again in the news the following year, 1935, but for very different reasons. South was hot favourite to win the grand final against Collingwood, but Pratt was hit by a truck while catching a tram on the eve of the big match and was replaced by Herbie Matthews, who won the Brownlow 5 years later.
I went home for lunch. I went all the way from South Melbourne. No cars in those days. You had to catch trams and buses, whatever you could get on. I go home to lunch and I'm coming out to up the street to catch the tram, go back to South Melbourne, and the tram pulled up and I stepped off the sideway and a fella came along with 5 tonne of bricks and he hit me. But just while I had the reflexes, because he got me and I'd sort of jumped and he got the leg of me trousers and tore the heel out of my pants. I sort of went back onto the footpath. It didn't seem so bad at the time, but there was a lot of thing, and of course when I killed off, I was gone.
A crowd of 54,000 spectators arrived, and they were shocked to learn that Pratt was not in his customary position for his team. South won the toss and opened up a 15-point lead at the first break after bombarding the goals for most of the term. But Collingwood, led brilliantly by centreman Marcus Whelan, pegged back South, and by half-time, Collingwood had grabbed a 10-point lead. While South persisted with playing the flanks, Collingwood adopted a more direct approach to goal. And with Gordon Coventry and the Collier brothers in great form, the Magpies added yet another premiership to its trophy cabinet. After After half-time, Collingwood kicked 5 goals, while South watched its hopes disappear when it could add only 3. The Magpies' victory was the club's 10th premiership, with Jock McHale being at the helm in 7 of them. The match was also memorable because field umpire Bob Scott officiated in his 7th successive grand final, a record which still stands. 1936 was again Collingwood's year, and it was achieved without Gordon Coventry in the goal square. After a toe-to-toe stout with Richmond's Joe Murdoch, Coventry was run out by the tribunal for 8 matches, which meant an early end of the season for the brilliant Magpie. But Coventry's suspension was a mild one compared to Essendon's Bryce, who copped 18 weeks for kicking.
Where beautiful new ideas take shape. That crisscross
with a crispier crust.
McCain Microwave Pizza Supreme. It's just like a pizza from a pizza shop.
Hey, you want a cappuccino?
Ah, McCain, you've done it again.